Hi, everyone. Sorry I am a few minutes late. I was trying to get some stuff set up. Give me a 1 in the chat if you are able to hear me. I was having some computer issues, so I just want to make sure that people are able to hear. Sorry, somebody is trying to call. 1 second. Okay. Hi, how are you guys tonight? Okay, so a lot of things have come out in the group this evening that have been a little bit concerning. So I just want to touch on those first. So I'm just going to read some of these comments down through so that you guys can understand what I'm talking about and where I am coming from when I give the theories that I have tonight. As I am saying, these are theories. This is not factual information. This is my opinion of what could have happened, what could be going on. There are things that I know and have heard that is the reason that I am saying the theories that I am. But again, this is considered my opinion. Just like as a little bit of a disclaimer there, please do not, I don't know, kill me for my theory, I guess. Let me see. Okay, so I just want to read these comments for you guys. For those of you who did not see the comment stream, there is a relative to Ariel that was commenting this evening in the group. And a lot of the things that was said kind of caught me off guard because I wasn't sure, first of all, that this was a relative until after I was reading several things. And then I reached out to some individuals that I have talked to in the past about the case to try to get some clarity about some of the things that I was hearing or reading rather, and if this information could be factually correct or not, and not just rumors. So the first comment says, they got her brother's phone and it stated, "Bring Ariel out now" at 1:30 a.m. They have a picture of her walking 2 guys neighbors gave to cops, and you're right. The news did say electronics taken, but you ain't gonna find it now. I tried. I hear one is with Luha's friend, not sure, talking about the baby, trying to find out. CPS very tight-lipped, not giving us info. But what stuck out to me is that there is apparently a text message at some point saying, "Bring Ariel out now." This is the first we are hearing about a text message coming from Ryan's phone saying to bring Ariel out now. This is right around the same time that the door alarm would have sounded. And so it's very concerning to me that this text message is being brought up. To my knowledge, this information has never been released before publicly, so I am assuming that the person who put this out there is someone with inside information about the case. I had said previously on different live streams that the neighbors told me that there is no video of Ariel walking away from the house. That remains true. There is no video of her on her own wandering from the home. However, I'm hearing now that there may be video of different individuals outside of the home around the time of the door alarm sounding. So while they do not have Ariel on camera, they may have other individuals on camera around the residence at that time. Let me just pull up. Sorry. So then we seen the video footage from the security camera at Enchanted Lakes across town. Initially, the newspaper articles and police said that this video is not connected to the case. However, the same individuals we are understanding that were caught on camera outside of Ariel's house may have also been the same individuals in this video around 2:30 a.m. So it's just the connections that are playing together that continue to tie the Kalua's residents and their family into these activities surrounding Ariel's disappearance. Let me play that video for you guys. Let me pull it up real quick. And this is going to be coming from, hold on one second. This is the video that we've seen on the news reports in the beginning that police said rolled out that it was not Ariel walking at 12:45 a.m. I'm now questioning that because what if Ariel wasn't home at the time of her quote unquote disappearance? What if she was across town whenever this happened and was walking down the street between a residence or to a vehicle? And what if the bring her out now text message was in regards to bringing her out of the residence that she may have currently been in, not the Kaluas, so that they could return her home? What if this family was trafficking her for money? Sorry, I got a screen share. I'm a little bit flustered tonight with everything that, has kind of been hitting me this afternoon and evening. I just planned this live within the last 2 hours after reading those comment streams. Just trying to get stuff together. Let me share my screen. Okay. I'm just going to play the video. It's on the My Kalua's Instagram page. He did not personally get this video. This is from the video that was originally shared with police. It's just the easiest place for me to pull it up at. So this is at 12:45 a.m. and you can kind of see the little white dot. That is a little girl or boy walking down the street. Police measured that fence according to the comments in the Facebook group today and said that the fence is about 3 feet high. So that would be, about the size of Ariel. And then they see these two men walking. That's at 1:30. And then around 2:30, they see the vehicle coming and going. So we'll play that for you guys again. That's the video footage that they are referring to in the Facebook group comments right now. So in the beginning, we didn't see any relation to how this video could play in because we had heard that Ariel's disappearance was around 1 a.m. with the door alarm going off, and automatically this video gets rolled out because this is happening at 12:45. But hearing the new information about the possible people seen on camera outside of the Kalua's house around the time of her disappearance and the text message saying, bring her outside at 1:30 a.m., it makes me wonder if it wasn't a return of her going back home, not so much her initial disappearance. Just watching this again, you see the vehicle coming and going and turning around in different driveways. At the time, whenever this came out, we did not know that they have family living right in this area. They are currently staying in a residence right around this same street. So like I said, it's just like one of those odd little things that is very concerning because could this actually be Ariel? Now, the police did publicly say that this video was not related to her disappearance, but I'm questioning now that they may have proof showing that it could be related and they just don't want to bring it to the public's attention. Another thing I want to show you guys is I was searching for things on YouTube about the family. I had heard that a family member may have a YouTube channel, and I came across this video. This is one of her adoptive uncles. I'm only going to play part of it because he does have children in this video at some point. If you want to see the full thing, you can go to his YouTube channel. I don't want to expose other children that are not involved in this case.
We're coming live from Trump Tower, Trump Plaza, Trump Penthouse. I got my boy Koa. He's going to show you guys the latest in hotel, the same, the latest feature in the Trump hotel, the latest. Come on, my boy Koa. You're going to show everybody.
So just kind of gives you a look at who the adoptive uncle is, one of them anyways. And like he kind of has like a wannabe gangster attitude, it seems like. He wants to show off and stunt the fact that he's at the Trump Tower and make sure that everybody knows that he's able to go to the Trump Tower. Another video that he has on his channel is this one.
Ready to create a website quickly and easily? Bluehost Website Builder helps you do just that.
Counting money. $5,000 cash, it says. And it makes you wonder, what's he doing to get this money that he's so proud of? Does he sell little girls? Is he involved in trafficking children? Could he be one of the individuals going in and out of their home on this camera? It just raises a lot of red flags and a lot of questions in my mind. I'm just here to bring things to light that I am finding and to raise questions. This is stuff that he put out there, not me. This is his video on his YouTube channel with all this money. And it's just not typical for people unless they are, buying a house or buying a car or doing something. Like, who carries around $5,000 in cash and videotapes themselves with the money? It just seems like he wants to be some, I don't know. I don't even know what the right words for it is. But it's odd. It's odd because then we hear in the group the other day that the going rate for children in that area is $5,000. And we have this random video of him with $5,000 cash. Granted, this is any sign of her actually living on what appears to a dope house, deep state criminal. Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Is this a situation where where the family could be trafficking her? And it goes into it makes me question other things that I'm looking up too, because I'm finding out that CPS gets a kickback for every child that they're able to adopt out of the family. So if the biological family adopts the child, CPS does not get a kickback. Whereas if they placed them into a foster home and then adopt them out, they get between a $5,000 and $10,000 kickback, depending on the child's social status, their age, sex, gender, their disabilities, if they have one or not, and if they have siblings. If they get adopted as a sibling, as a group of siblings, they get $10,000 per child for every child adopted outside of the biological family. One second. Sorry, I got somebody. Just give me 1 second. Sorry. I honestly think she is trafficked too. There's been a lot of this in Hawaii. Enough is enough. See, so that's what I'm hearing from a lot of the locals, is that this is something that is very prominent in this area. Small children get trafficked quite often. And I asked somebody who told me about the trafficking situations in Hawaii, does does this happen? Why wouldn't this have happened to the older child as well? And they basically told me that once the child hits puberty, that they're no longer interested in trafficking that child because you get more money for the younger children. Like, it's disgusting to even think about, but it really makes you think whenever you're hearing that, okay, they don't have her on video leaving the home, but they do have different men in and out of that home around the same time that they're saying that she disappeared. Could they have put her outside of the home by the carport where there's no camera and only a 4-foot high fence, and perhaps handed her over the fence to somebody? Like, these are the things that are running through my mind this evening after reading these comments, basically telling us that there could be some type of connection to trafficking with everything going on. And it's just really disturbing. Really, really disturbing. Yes, the video that I just shared was not at the family's home. That was shared from another house. It was on a business that was near the home of it was on a business across town near the family's home that they are currently staying in, not their home on Puha Street. They claimed their camera did not work that evening. That is correct. The problem is the neighbor across the way had initially told me that they did not have camera footage of Ariel leaving that night. They never elaborated further than that because they wanted to protect the investigation. Now we're finding out in some of the group comments that there is also a video from the neighbor that may show men in the area of their home on Puha Street that has not been released. The video footage from that has not been released. FBI and police do have that video, and it shows people in the area of the Kalua's home on Puha Street around the same time of Ariel's disappearance. So I raised the question, could she have been kidnapped then by these men that were in the area? And I am finding out that they may know the identity of these people that were around that home, and it is people that are tied connections to the family that live in the home on Puha Street. I cannot tell you their identities. The person who identified them did not want to share that information. They just told me that there is in fact a connection to the Kaluas of the men who were outside of their home on the evening that Ariel disappeared. So it's very odd that their camera did not work, their house door opened, and the neighbor's camera may have caught men in the area at that time. I'm wondering, how often does their camera go offline in the middle of the night? Do they often unplug it and go in and out of the house with illegal activities? How was the text message found out? So one of the family members is in the Facebook group. She is the adoptive grandmother on the father's side. She posted in the group that there was a text message from Ryan to somebody else saying, "Bring her out now." And they believe that that is in reference to Ariel being brought in or out of the house around that time, according to what we are reading in the Facebook group. This could all just be Facebook rumors. I do not have any way to confirm this to you guys. That's why in the beginning, I'm doing my disclaimer. I have no factual information about this other than hearsay and speculations. That's all I can bring to you guys. But I wanted to make sure that this is brought to light for everybody because I have been saying since the beginning that there was no camera footage of Ariel leaving the house that evening. And now I'm finding out that There was no footage of Ariel walking out. However, there is video footage of men around the home at that time. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat for anybody who may want to come up and chat with me about, anything that they might want to talk about in this case. It doesn't have to be about the video footage. It could be questions, comments, concerns, anything that you might want to talk about. Just go ahead and grab the link and we can bring you up. I wanted to start out with, honestly, my live planned for tonight. I was going to talk about CPS and the money that they get in kickbacks for adopting children outside of the family. If they adopt children within the family, they do not get the cash kickbacks, which is bad for business. They are a private entity that makes money off of children. Somebody just sent me pictures of the video and then pictures of the car sitting outside of the Kalua's house on the day that the reporters are there. And it is the same vehicle in the video of the camera footage that we see across town. Literally just sent to me. Let me see if I can get them pulled up to you. Again, this is information that I'm just getting to you guys. I cannot personally prove that any of this is true. It's just allegations, speculations of things that are going on. But I'm really starting to wonder, could she have left the house alive that night? Which would be major, because since the beginning, I have honestly been thinking that, with her photo album getting thrown away, the different items being planted, I have really leaned toward the fact that she may no longer be with us. Up until this point, I'm now wondering, did she leave alive that evening? And perhaps they may have sold her or been trafficking her. Did something go wrong? Were they using her to make money? Let me see if I can pull these pictures up without revealing this person's identity. There's one thing I don't want to do. If anything gets said to me, you guys,
of Latino Festival happening.
If anything ever gets sent to my inbox on Sleuth Mom from Facebook, I will not share your identity. I do not have to share your identity to share the information out. Anything that I get, I forward it to family, and then they forward it to police. So any tips or anything that comes in does get forwarded to police. If there is information that you want me to put out that may just be about the background, the history, or something I don't have to put your face. I don't have to put your name with it. I know there is a lot of concern about privacy and staying secretive in this case because so many people are scared of this family. Rightfully so, though, because a lot of the people in this family have a pretty lengthy criminal history, and they also have connections to different... We're seeing, Tasha posted that police officer's badge on her Instagram account the other day. And, I wasn't trying to blow up that cop's spot necessarily whenever I released that information. I was more so trying to let them know that we see it, that I can see their pages. I can see what's going on. And it was more of that type of messaging. I wasn't necessarily trying to drag that cop into these things. However, I've seen now different posts on Instagram and other places that allude to the cop maybe isn't all that innocent after all. But I can't, once again, that's not something that is really my goal. I don't want to slander somebody who may have nothing to do with this investigation. However, it makes you really question what could be going on in Hawaii. The system here in Hawaii has failed our Kikis one too many times. Yeah, I mean, I'm finding case after case after case where children are abused or trafficked, and it gets a blind eye turned to it. Why? Why is nobody protecting your children? Why aren't people coming forward to make sure that the right things are happening to protect these babies? You know, Ariel is an innocent child. She does not deserve the things that are happening to her if she is still alive. And if she is no longer with us, you know, we need to get justice for what happened to her. And if this is true that there was 2 or 3 men outside of the Kalua's residence on Puha Street before the information on across town was given, before that video even occurred, then I want to question, if that's the case, who are these other men that are involved? We know 1 or 2 of them may have been family members. Who is the third person with this information? Somebody out there knows. Yeah, so I'm going to share. Let me see. So this bottom vehicle is the vehicle from the news that was parked out in front of the home as the news reports were going on. There's multiple parts of the video, but this part here shows that this vehicle and that vehicle may be the same. It's just the lighting difference that makes it look darker. Oh, let me remove that comment so you can see it. Sorry. So this is the vehicle that was driving slow in the cameras. And people are alleging that the bottom vehicle may be the same vehicle. And this is at around 2:30 in the morning, the evening of her disappearance. This would be after the bring her outside text message occurred. So someone says, has CPS been questioned by the police? I do not know how that works. We are hoping the FBI is running this investigation. I've heard several times now the FBI and homicide is involved. Homicide kind of, makes me upset because that tells us that she may no longer be with us. However, I want to highlight the fact that FBI could be involved now. That's key in this because we don't know if we can trust HPD to really turn the stones the way that they need to. I'm going to add you to the stream, CPS News. Highlight the fact that FBI could be involved now. That's key in this because we don't know if we can trust HPD to really turn the stones the way that they need to. I'm going to add you to the stream. We're getting an echo from you, CPS News.
Copy.
Now, that's key in this because we don't know if we can trust HPD to. We're getting an echo from
Copy.
CPS.
Copy. We're trying here.
No, that's key in this because we don't know if we can trust HPD to.
Sure. We're streaming live at the CPS News Network. Copy. Copy.
You guys are streaming this video live too?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, like we need to get her story out there as much as possible because this is a big deal. It's another case of, are they actually trafficking her? Was she sold into trafficking? Live too?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we need to get her story out there as much as possible because this is a big deal. It's another case of, are they actually trafficking her? Was she sold into trafficking? Live too?
Yes. Yes. Okay, yeah, we just had that picture up. It should shock the world. We're just disappointed in the lack of police response, lack of police chief, lack of pressure on the family. Maybe people are scared of that family. Who wouldn't be? Let me just, maybe I need to turn off my speaker. What to do here? police chief, lack of pressure on the family. Maybe people are scared of that family. Who wouldn't be? Let me just. Maybe I need to. Can you hear me, Sleuth?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just hearing the video like 5 seconds behind, also coming through your mic, probably because you're streaming it as well.
Sure. I have my mic muted streaming. Can you hear me, Sleuth? Well, just the police chief.
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just hearing the video like 5 seconds behind, also coming through your mic, probably because you're streaming it as well.
Clear. Sure. I have my mic muted streaming. Can you hear me, Sleuth? I don't know what else to do. Just the police chief. Let me see.
Maybe try going out and coming back in, because sometimes I know that can fix the problem.
What I want to do is just go in from my phone. Let me just go in from my phone.
Maybe try going out and coming back in, because sometimes I know
Thank you for your patience. What I want to do is just go in from my phone, and then I can turn off the home. Okay, trying to log in from my phone. Let's see.
Yep, take your time.
That just put me in the other studio. It's not going to work. I have to go to YouTube and get your link. Let me see. Yes. Okay, that image there, just it's enough. The arms, the torture, it appears her leg may have been broken twice. Clearly, it's not healing. Clearly, she shouldn't be walking on it. Clearly, she needs a wheelchair. Clearly, she's not getting food, good nutrition to heal. When you're not healing right, you're not eating right, you're being starved, and you're freaking in pain because it appears they could have crippled her again, and very just not getting shit. Where's the cast? Where was the cast? We did see her limping a little bit to that court date, but nothing like this. I'd love to see her walk in this. Show us a video. How's she gonna walk with a leg that's freaking completely? It looks worse than it did in the other one, because she's limping along, and it looks like she's okay. Relatively limping, but this one, who could walk like that? Clearly, it could have been broken again. It's not healing, wasn't set right. And that would be a reason she would be a major jeopardy to that family. And it's broken again, the trampoline. And then what would they do, right? A panic. What would you do? You would go out and take pictures of her as if she's in a happy state. Like, look, everything's normal. There's nothing wrong with her. When clearly she's in pain, she's not eating right, she looks pale, she looks like she's been in pain for a long time, and it's not set right. They didn't set the leg right, and I'd love to see her walk how she walked with that leg like that. That's like my mom's leg. My mom had terminal arthritis. She was crippled like that, and it's like my mom, and she was like 40, 50 years old of living with arthritis for 30 years. So it just brings it reminds me of my mother in her crippled state with arthritis, and how she couldn't walk, and I would have to carry her. And this child needs to be carried. She needs to be in a wheelchair, and she's not getting the food that she needs to heal. So a double broken leg could have caused the whole separation of the family. So I don't know, maybe it just something happened, downward spiral to allow that to happen. And also, you mentioned the video coming from the house across the street. Where's video of her ever being there? Any video, any picture of her ever being there?
The neighbor said that she hadn't been seen in weeks. And I'm wondering if she looks so tired, looks so upset, looks so bad, because what if they were taking her in and out of the home in the middle of the night, shutting their camera off, putting her over the side fence, trafficking her all night long, so then she sleeps all day and you don't see her outside playing, you don't see her going in and out because they're taking her out in the middle of the night. That's what I'm wondering right now. Were they literally trafficking her to different men in the community and making a profit off of her? Because like, it just, my mind is going wild with different thoughts of what could have happened with this poor baby.
Of course, we're seeing the torture, the neglect, the starvation. Again, look at the difference between her walking, the way she walks to the courtroom, and the way she looks there in this picture. Clearly, her leg is much worse in this picture than it was, because this is supposedly her court video of her limping was 2020. This is her most recent picture. Which, do you have a date on the picture that we're looking at on the screen now?
I don't know the exact date. No, I just know that it was after her adoption.
Wow. Okay. So the other video was from 2020, going to a court date. She was in 2020 and 2021. I don't know when it finalized, but yeah, after the adoption. Got it. But she looks older, maybe taller. Like it could have been possibly 8 months to a year tall. Like she looks a little bigger. She looks like a smaller child when she's walking to the court with a limp, with a confirmed broken leg. Where's the cast for this broken leg and this squashed hand? The hand is so black. It's so ugly. Broken finger, completely squashed hand. Doesn't look like a door slam. It looks like a complete foot stomp. It's a door slam. You'd think it'd be a little more a line somewhere, a line of a door in it somewhere. It stops somewhere. It doesn't stop on this hand smash. The whole hand is freaking black. Did you see that?
What, are you able to share screen in here too, or do I have to give you like certain access for that? I'm not sure how that works because we're not seeing what you're sharing on your station at the same time.
Got it. Yeah, we have 43 viewers here. I'm not sharing anything. I'll put it up there now.
Yep.
I'm just putting up the picture. The hand, those hand. I'd have to go to the how to share on your stream. Gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm there now. Yeah, let me try to share something. Stand by. Stand by. See some things. Cancel. It says share. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I could share a screen. Let's try to share my my live here. Share my live. Share Chrome tab. We'll start with this one. Okay, that one's you. Let me try to share the other one. Share screen. Share that one. Okay, that's what we're looking at here. I guess you can see that.
Okay, yeah, that way we know which pictures you're talking about whenever you're saying.
Sure, that's the one that the leg, crippled leg. It's clearly not lined up at all. We never seen her with a cast. Did they take it off? Did they take it off too soon?
I'm not entirely sure. Like, I had heard that her leg went untreated for a while, and that is why CPS took them out of the home for a period before their adoption took place and put them back with the maternal grandmother, is what I heard, because of the fact that it went untreated at first and had to be investigated because it was like considered a suspicious injury at that point.
Which injury again?
I believe it was her leg whenever that went down.
Okay, I'm going to go to your Justice for Isabella right now.
Okay.
AKA, I think that's you. See if it loads. Waiting for it to load. Okay, that might not be yours.
Now,
somebody yours, the AKA Ariel Sellers.
Someone in the comments said, I know Ned, he actually works. He does not get money from sex trafficking. He has a job. Just because he's showing off money doesn't mean he does that. Now, I'm not saying 100% that Ned is involved in this. I just find it completely odd that somebody in Facebook said children are worth $5,000, and then he is on there doing $5,000. Isabella is missing, and he is related to this family that she went missing from.
Okay. Again, that video across the street should have all sorts of information that should all be confiscated, all by the police department, any kind of movement. Who knows? there was some video capturing. And what exactly was that with the vehicle? Just activity late at night? Any sign of a child?
So on the night that she went missing, people were checking their cameras to see if they had seen anything. That was about 15 minutes drive time from her residence. A business seen that video and wanted to share it because they seen what appeared to be a small child walking at approximately 12:45. At around 1:30, they seen two men walking, and then at 2:30, between 2:20 and 2:30, they seen the vehicle parking near the residence.
Okay, and want to remind the viewers that no one's ever really seen her there. Nobody wants to talk. Who wouldn't want to talk? These people are gang members. Let's get it straight. That guy has a freaking railroad track down a half side of his face. The uncle who brags about being in Trump Towers in a freaking restroom and stuffing $5,000 cash in his mouth like he's King Kong. Look at this child's hand that we're looking at now. The squash, how black it is, how ugly it is. It's, a door slam, just there's going to be lines, just like the creases of the edges of the door. This looks more like a hand smash, hand squash. We've heard she had a broken finger. They didn't report it. The hand that you're looking at now, it appears that that's a brace on. I don't know. Is there a brace on there? Why is she holding her hand like that? It doesn't really. I don't think there is a brace on there. There could be a brace that we're not seeing underneath that. And then you talked about the mask and how all of the images of her released had a mask most of the time that the parents released after she went missing. Oh, here she is. Look for this child. And they give you pictures of her with a mask on. Is that correct?
Yeah, they put those out there. They said so that if anybody was looking for her in a mask, they put those pictures out there. But whenever you look at those, it's like, how are you supposed to identify the child in a mask?
Again, very fishy. Everything's fishy. You can understand why people in that neighborhood wouldn't want to come out, wouldn't want to say anything, wouldn't want to release information. These are gang members, and they look as hardcore as they come. I mean, not many of them are stuffing $100 bills in their mouth like it's food and have a freaking railroad tattoo straight up down one side of their face and bragging about being in a Trump Tower restroom. It's a creep show. What they're doing, where the money's coming from, the involvement, the traffic that was going on at that house, the other siblings, other kids, how the kids were never in the yard playing. We don't know if they were even there.
Yeah, they were never seen. They were never seen coming and going. They were never seen outside playing. These children were inside children, according to what we're being told. Now, somebody asked, why were they given back to the Kaluas if the children was taken away per suspicions of abuse? Okay, CPS News, you got the picture of her standing is still pulled up, so we can't see the screen share behind it if you look at your video feed.
Copy. Yeah, terrible. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me fix that.
They're asking why the children were given back to the Kaluas if they were taken away on suspicion of abuse. The children have not been given back to the Kaluas at this point. They are still in CPS custody. They are still not in the home as far as I know. I have not been told anything different. We do know the location of some of the children. We're not entirely sure where we're not allowed to release where exactly they are. However, we do know the location of some of the children.
Clear. Looking at
the fact that they were taken away, they were not taken away by CPS. CPS obviously is the ones who took custody of them. However, police were the ones who wanted the custody of the children removed for the other children's safety because there is foul play believed to be involved in this situation. Go ahead.
Sure. We're hoping they don't get returned. How creepy. Again, the parents the traffickers, adopters have no problem fighting to get showing up at court to get the other kids when they can't come outside and say, or even look. There's no sign of them looking, no public statements, only a audio recorded statement from an attorney. They hired an attorney. It's clear what's going on. So for them to put those kids, also the female here, as we're looking at this image, It looks like she could be on some sort of psychotropics or drugged. So her age, the vulnerability of her being her age is what? Is it 11?
Yeah, I believe she would have been around 11 in that picture. Yes.
Okay. And we don't have no date of this picture.
I
Or
do not know the date. No, I just know that it was shortly after their adoption.
Okay, or the event. Somebody was saying these shirts, they get them from a thrift store. Is that
Someone is
correct?
saying that the sound on your own personal network is turned off, so nobody is hearing on your network, just on
Got it.
ours.
Clear. Just shrink that down. Yeah, you're right. Okay, we're here. Thank you for letting us know. Hopefully we don't get the loop. We got 16 comments coming in. Again, those clothes that they're wearing, are those from a thrift store? I've heard they're just thrift store cheap shirts, or is this a theme park? That was my question.
So from what I understand, this was shortly after their adoption. They took like a family photograph, like just showing that the adoption was finalized. They all got matching shirts for that from what I was understanding.
And is that the matching shirts are what? Is that a theme park?
No, I have no idea.
The letters on them. Yeah, just we see this go on with the thing, and all the family members have different numbers, one through whatever number of kids family members they have. The thing, they all wear the red shirt. The strawberry banner behind them. Again, maybe this picture just sometime after. We don't know the time frame of that, but the danger that the older girl, because they're all going to be under the same spell, homeschool, home mother, a witness to everything. She looks like she's drugged there. There's something like, she could be high on Seroquel, Paxil, psychotropic meds, unsure, but there is that element there that looks there. She's not crisp. She looks like she's high, like she's floating. So considering that, how they may have wanted to cripple Isabella Ariel, cripple her somehow, make her retarded to get double the money. That's what they do. Special needs.
That's what I've been reading. I've been researching CPS ever since I have been on your show the other day, really looking into everything. And it's disgusting the amount of money that the government feeds into themselves and pays out for adopting children. And if you adopt within the family, there's no kickback for them. So it doesn't serve their purpose of making money if they keep the children in their own family. It's more profitable for them to rip families apart and adopt outside of the home. It's really disturbing. Someone's asking if any children were taken away before Isabella was missing. So the children were removed from the Kalua's house prior to her missing because they suspected abuse one other time whenever she had gotten injured. They did end up returning the children, saying that the abuse was unfound. However, at that point, people in the family began trying to prove that abuse was going on because they were constantly seeing bruising on her. They were constantly seeing her look not good. She was deteriorating over time. And because of that deterioration, we seen the video of her dragging her leg in the parking lot. That's why that video occurred. People were starting to try to look into this and prove that she was being injured to CPS. CPS ignored those claims and continued to let her be adopted by this family with assault in their background. They have 4 felonies, all related to violence, and they were still able to adopt these children.
Terrorist threats. I'm not sure if actual assault crimes, but yeah, 5 years probation.
He had 3 felony Class C assault charges and 1 felony terroristic threat.
Clear. And got it. And we have the bruising here on her arm that those might be able to see on the screen. The neck injury. Somebody saying something about the cheek, that's an injury there. The neck, the arm there, right, like she's being squeezed. Possibly both of them appear. Possibly the left one for sure. The right one looks dark. They're bruising around the arms, like she's being squeezed, clenched.
Someone asked, why didn't CPS pull them out right then and there? They didn't pull them out right then and there, Michael, I believe because it wouldn't profit them. These are 4 children that were getting adopted outside of the home and outside of the biological family. That means $40,000 in kickbacks at least for the workers that adopt these children outside of their home. This is why biological family was not given the chance, were not notified of their adoption, and were not able to even take place in trying to get custody of these children.
What were you finding on this picture here in the lip and the cheek? What is that in the left part of her cheek? Is that considered a tear? Is that a
I honestly don't know. Somebody had told me that she may have had a facial, like that might have been something she was born with. However, you don't really see it in her younger photos, so I'm not entirely sure. Like that has to be something that like happened in custody once again with the Kalua.
I don't know, sexually transmitted disease, herpes, maybe a ripped lip, the side of the mouth there. I don't know. It's not right. There's something wrong there. I'm not sure what it is, but and then the lip. Yeah, she doesn't show that sign in the other ones. It's almost like a Joker style. There's like she has a Joker lip there, and then something going there. But again, the trampoline, we called it all out. Where's the trampoline? And then claim, and there was a trampoline claim, the broken leg. And where's the trampoline? Where's all the pictures? Where's all the family pictures? Where are these pictures coming from to look for her? Who's releasing these? Who had these? How outdated are these?
Let me pull up the Facebook page on my screen here because people are saying that your photos are too small. So we're going to remove your stream and I will pull mine up to get the sharing going on.
Clear.
Let me get in there.
Okay. We have reports that there was a photo album, some clothes, down the street trying to, throw the dogs didn't pick anything up. If you could confirm the photo album, the trash diggers that found an album, the status of it, if those pictures have been put out.
So police did not release the actual pictures of what was in the photo album. However, they did say that it was in fact related to her case. It was in fact her photo album. Now I have heard rumors about what these pictures could have been. They have yet to be proven. Like I don't know for sure if what it is true. Somebody had said that some of the pictures were what would be considered child trafficking photos, meaning like they are smut basically for like taken inappropriately in inappropriate positions.
The throwaways.
Yeah.
I am following. Yes. Possible pornography, possible
like
throwaway.
Not necessarily pornography, but that like the pictures that you take to attract the deviants that want these children.
Of course, inappropriate style, tempting pictures in seductive manners. That was found by trash diggers in the trash. What date?
That was found the week prior to her disappearance, according to the dumpster diver who pulled it out. Whenever they were looking for her, they showed her picture to this dumpster diver, and he said that, he or she, we have heard that it was both, like that a female found it and gave it to the male. They said that they pulled it out of the dumpster the week prior to her disappearance. They turned it over to cops immediately whenever they were investigating this area.
Sure. Yeah, we have the belief at the CPS News, I'm not sure about Sleuth Mom, but that there wasn't a last confirmed sighting from what is it? I'm sorry. Is it August 16th?
Yes, August 16th was the last time that somebody said that they had seen her outside of the inner circle of the Kalua's family.
So it wouldn't make sense that that after that, if that's the last time and she's reported missing on the 13th of September, that, oh, now we're finding her clothes down the street or some shoes. It just doesn't. It's almost like nobody does that. Nobody. The oddity of it, that it looked like it was staged, possibly
Okay,
to throw
so
people
I
off.
just got confirmation from somebody. The adoption photo was on February 13th, the one of them all standing together. The adoption had taken place in late January. The photo of them at the adoption party, where Isabella looks so bad, is February 13th.
Clear. And do you have the date of that video, the limping video?
Let me see if I have that. I believe that was in January of 2020. Let me see
And
if
is the limp video on your page?
yes. Let me get it. Pulled up
Again,
here.
the leg is not in a cast. Here, okay, yeah, didn't want to bring it up. I clicked on the image of the video. It just didn't pick it up.
Here it is. I got it playing now.
Clear. You have it playing. I guess I'm sharing your Facebook.
Okay. Yeah.
The group, the page, 1,100 members and climbing. Be sure. Let's put that in the comments. Need you to get
absolutely,
there.
guys. Join the Facebook page, share her story, share her videos. We need to get this out there. There are people involved in this case that are asking us to please get this out there because they want the mainland to know. They don't want this to be continued to be a covered up scandal on the island. They feel like island people and island police may not do their entire job to keep this from getting out there in a big way because they don't want people invading their privacy. And I understand that to an extent, but this is a 6-year-old girl. We need to get this case solved.
Sure. And the reward, the 10,000 reward, is there any follow-up on that?
So I heard from a source that they can confirm that the $10,000 reward was in fact sent in. However, there's like a holding time to make sure the check clears the bank basically before it's going to be put on the website. We're hoping that it will be active on the Crime Stoppers website by Monday or Tuesday.
A GoFundMe, is there a GoFundMe for her?
There is still no GoFundMe yet. I'm not entirely sure if the family is planning to do a GoFundMe. I'm hoping that they do because they're going to need lawyers in this situation to make sure that these children do not go back into this home.
Yes. And you can imagine the fear. You see the relatives. You see that they're, stone cold gangster. Just the whole, the mentality. I don't see people stuffing thousands of dollars in their mouth like that.
No, like I came across that video this evening and I was like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I don't know. It just,
a league all their own. Definitely.
Life. It
I'm
seems
talking
like
high
he
level.
wants to live the gangster life. And
high
I really
level.
hope that he did not try to move up in the gangster life on the back of a 6-year-old child.
Yes. And just the demeanor, that type, the activity at the home. Was it a party house or was it just a drug dealer house? Or because just people going in and out kind of thing. And the type of people, was it family? Was it strangers? People sitting in their cars waiting. Is there any kind of what style that house may have been? Is a party more of a alcohol house, the music, or maybe waiting for the delivery to come in?
I've only been hearing about people going in and out of the home. Now, the very first week of her disappearance, while everybody was out searching and different things were going on, they had search parties everywhere. They had people concerned, talking to the press, trying to figure out what to do. And the Kaluas were having a cookout with their family instead of helping search, instead of being involved in anything.
Yes, no family. No, there's been no spokesman for the Kalua family regarding this child anywhere.
No one. And they waited 2 full weeks after she disappeared to give a recorded statement to police through their lawyer.
Got it. Yeah, everything's there. We would have hoped that they would have secured the house, really went through there with the infrared, the tape, where they really and the children know something. They've heard something. They know the pain. They've heard her cry. They heard her say, I'm hurting," or they haven't been together at all. They could have been separated, but they're especially the older girl. They know the environment. They know they know if there's abuse of any kind. They hear it. It's your sister. They had a sister there, a bio sister of Ariel, that's about 11 years old. It looks a little older, maybe 12 now, but that she would know something about her sister, that she wasn't happy, or she was in pain, or she asked me to help her. I had to pick her up. She couldn't get in and out of the shower because she couldn't lift her leg up. It was, where's the cast? We've never seen her with the cast. We've seen her with the squashed hand. Again, there was a squashed hand and a delay of reporting for that. They squashed her hand, supposedly in a door, looks like a foot stomp, and they didn't report it. And was that the event that had the children moved the first time?
Yeah, so I'm hearing that they were removed for the hand and the leg incident. I don't know if they were removed 2 separate times, but both times they were put back in the home if they were. So CPS is, once again, they're ignoring all of this different abuse that took place to benefit their own system, because these children were $40,000 to them. Outside of that, outside of the kickbacks, they obviously did not care about their well-being.
Clear. Averaging, yes, 8,000 a month on the low end. Could be up to 16,000 if they're declared special needs. The county receives, the state, basically the county, and they give the traffickers, the adoption traffickers, an average of 10% of that. So if they're getting 800 and they cripple them so they can't walk right, or they whack them in the head enough where they can't think straight, their income doubles. It can go from 800 to 16, maybe up to even 2,500 per month. So huge increases to cripple a child, to get a child on drugs. Just say, foster kid. Oh yeah, no problem. Here you go, Seroquel. We got him going in to see psychotropic doctors for 5 freaking minutes, being prescribed highly toxic psychotropic drugs, and then being found claiming they're suiciding in a shower with a shower cord. That's what we're dealing with. Gabriel Myers, Florida, seen a psychotropic doctor for 5 minutes, and he prescribes them. That's how they treat these kids, as a commodity, drugging them, and then saying that they try to commit suicide. Giving Risperdal. What is it? Risperdal. That's the suicide drug, right? You give a kid Risperdal, they want to kill themselves or somebody else.
Just want to address a couple of the comments in the stream real quick. Someone is asking if we can confirm the FBI is involved. If so, to what extent? Now, I did find a newspaper article that says the FBI is assisting in the investigation. We also seen Mike Kalua refer to FBI and homicide detectives being involved in the investigation on his Facebook page the other day, whenever he shared the video that I put out of Ariel limping across the parking lot. So that's 2 different things that mentions FBI being involved. Thank God for that. I hope that they really dig into this police department, dig into the Kaluas, and dig into the things that could be going on this small island. I'm hearing corruption everywhere. I can't confirm any of that. However, it's very suspicious that no one wants to speak out. No one wants to be involved. No one wants to take a stand for this little 6-year-old girl who was treated horribly. CPS trafficked her to these parents who may have been trafficking her. We don't know exactly what's going on. However, it's really upsetting, and we want to make sure that this all gets out there and it all gets solved. So we need to expose everything that we can. We have the brother's girlfriend is sharing pictures of police badges on her Instagram page, trying to intimidate people, trying to say that she has them in her back pocket. We don't know exactly what what she was trying to allude with that. However, we do know that she is posting pictures of people's badges on her page. What is that supposed to mean whenever you're involved with this investigation? Why would you even put his name out there and put that information out into the world saying what? Are you trying to allude that they're not going to investigate you because you're their friend? It doesn't make sense to me. Another comment is asking why they gave a recorded statement if they're not guilty. That's a very good question. Why would they do that? Why aren't they searching? Why didn't they look for her? The morning that she disappeared, we're hearing that they never even left their home. They did not go door to door. They did not ask neighbors if they seen her. They said nothing.
Clear.
Did the police
Yes.
do a whole search on the house? Police did, in fact, take the second day of the search party. They were in that home sweeping it. They did a full 24-hour investigation inside of the home. They did take electronic devices. They are looking into the family, and they did say that foul play has not yet been rolled out. Anytime that they say that, we know that that means that they're investigating the family.
Yes. And wanting to keep in mind that it's easy to exploit people if they're involved in this type of stuff. One picture, one time, and now say gangster uncle wants to sell her. She's worth 10 grand, 5 grand. They'll sell her. They'll take her and sell her. And what will the trafficker do? They'll submit, because they have them a bribe. They have a picture of them complicit with a child, or there could be bribery here. She could still be alive. We have to keep that in mind. Even though we see her, the abuse of her, she's worth more alive. They could sell her for $10,000 to a trafficker. Now, just to keep that in mind.
I have not been more hopeful that she has been alive until I heard about these videos today. Before that, I was kind of questioning whether it was even a possibility, but now I'm hearing about the fact that, they may have video footage of men outside of her home around the time of her disappearance. They could have put her over the side fence where cameras could not see and took her out of the home that way. And it really makes you wonder if she could still be out there. Like, that's an amazing hope. We need to find her. We need to get her face out there and make everyone aware that she could still be out there. This family knows where she could be. We need to put pressure to make sure that they know that we are not going to give up. We're not going to stop looking. We will find Ariel. We will find Isabella.
Yes, hardcore gangsters. Again, they can compromise predators, child traffickers, child sex offenders. If they get you in one compromising picture, you're theirs. You're going to have to give them money. He could have been being blackmailed. The father, the mother, they're being blackmailed because one guy has a picture of you. What only takes one picture and they got you. And then they get, oh, you don't want to pay me? You don't want to pay me some of that money, that adoption money? Well, now you got to give me the girl. Yeah, the girl's got to go. Yeah, I got $5,000, $10,000 waiting. They're like they can be sold no different than a half pound, a few ounces of cocaine or something. They can be sold like that and exploited like that by vicious gangster mentality type people, which is an element of this family. Whether it's
Someone just messaged me. This is new information that I just received, saying that Nedrick actually lives in public assisting housing with his girlfriend. So the claims that he has a job that he can make $5,000 tells me that if that was actually true, he would not be living in public housing. So what is he doing to receive these to receive this cash on the side that is rolling in the dough, so
The
to
Trump
speak.
Towers. Why is he at Trump Towers?
Yeah,
You know,
why is he at Trump Towers if he is receiving public housing? Why is he shoving $5,000 into his pocket?
is
Why?
is there a Trump Tower in Hawaii?
I don't know. Let me Google that real quick. I will let you know in 1 second.
Yeah, did he travel to the mainland just to go to the Trump Tower? But you know, it's clearly the highlight of his life. I mean, what type of people do videos and to just share them like he did? We've never seen any gangster like him. So clearly,
There is, in fact, a Trump Towers in Hawaii.
Clear. Got it, Tracy. We see that here too. Yes. So there's a good chance that there's a chance just it goes both ways that she could still be and exploited. And again, in these environments with criminals, with sexual abusers, anything goes. Anything freaking goes, and it's the number one way to exploit somebody, to blackmail them, to give me money every month. You got to give me $1,000 every month. I caught you with her. I got the picture. You know, it only takes one picture one time, and you're compromised for life. They have you like a puppet, and they will exploit you for money, exploit you for the child. No, we're not bringing her back right now. She's still ours. We got her for another 7 days. You know, whatever, anything goes in these environments. Yeah, so just keeping that in mind that anything goes, and it's hard to really tell what's going on, but we do have signs of malnutrition, signs of crippled legs, signs of physical abuse, hand squashing, not reporting it properly. They didn't report the hand properly when she went missing. She could have been missing for 16, 14, and 13, 27 days, almost a month before they reported her missing. There's no sign of her for 14 and 27 days prior to the claim of her missing September 13th, 2021. So they have a history. And then when they go to the cops, they wait 2 weeks, 10 days to issue a statement.
It's red flags absolutely everywhere. It's crazy. And now I just got sent another picture from a different individual. I'm trying to get it pulled up here. It is a picture of the other brother, Kalani, on his Facebook profile picture is holding a gun. So if that doesn't scream gangster to you, I don't know what does.
Yeah, when you say is that a relative? I'm sorry, who is the person?
So this is one of the brothers. I'm trying to pull it up in a way that does not share who shared it with me. Give me 1 second. It's just the whole situation is disturbing. He has a lot of videos of money and pot on his Facebook. Someone just commented.
Got it. Yeah, and it was all the signs and activity at the home show that it was one of two things: a party house, a dope house, and or both. That's the type of activity that we're understanding was consistent at this home. And I'm not sure if these two the people we're seeing on the screen, the adoption traffickers, if they actually live there, stay at home mother, supposedly stay at home trafficker. Oh, and we've heard she's very strict.
And as we're speaking, I'm getting messages from one of the sisters, or from one of the girlfriends of the brother, rather, and she's essentially threatening me as this is going on. So, I'm not going to stop putting out information. Your family needs to come forward. The people you know need to come forward. You guys aren't going to intimidate me. I'm not going to back down. You need to come forward if you know something.
Thank you. Get that reward out there. Get those lips moving. The reward may be the only thing. It may take at least $20,000 and up for the lips to start moving. There's people that know more. There's too many people involved there. Too many people with contact with that home, the type of environment, what's going on in there, what they hear, what they see. There was a volume of people, supposedly family. I don't know who, but there was a lot of movement there, activity with no sign of the children. So yeah, we got to it's going to take somebody to loosen up their lips and a reward. We're hoping for that reward fund to come out as soon as possible. Exactly. They need to come out and they need to, just be normal. talk about what happened. What talk I don't know, talk to the public, because it's like the Orrin Olson, right? When the Orrin Olson, the missing boys in California City, and when those adopters, claimers, they came out and did a thing, and it's they're dealing with a cookie missing child thing too. I mean, it's so bizarre, no one will ever believe it. We know they're lying, but still they came out and did an interview in front of people and at least said something. If you're innocent, come out and talk, period. If you're innocent,
Right. Speak up.
yeah, if you're innocent, help us.
This is a
Explain what-
6-year-old baby. She is 6 years old. Where is she? Someone knows. We know now that there was men in and out of this home around the time that they're saying that she disappeared. Who was it? I don't know who it is. I know it was individuals. There was 3 individuals caught on camera. The police know who they are. The person who told me knows who they are. They did not reveal their identity to me to protect the investigation. I understand that completely. But come on, guys. There are people out there that know for a fact, without a doubt, what is going on. Come forward. At least one of you could come forward. That's all we're asking. Someone needs to come forward.
Yes, and it's a recovery effort. Have you been able to define a recovery effort defined by the police? What is a recovery effort?
Whenever the police say that it is no longer a search and rescue and they're looking at recovery, that means that at that point they are looking for a dead body, essentially. That's typically what they mean. Whenever they say that it is now considered a recovery, it means that they no longer have hope that the child is alive. Now,
Okay.
I'm hoping that that's not the case. I'm hoping that they may have trafficked her, and although that would be awful and completely like unimaginable, the things that she could possibly be going through, at least she would still be alive out there.
We have missing cases here. These people supposedly woke up in the morning. She's not there at 6 a.m. Supposedly like to sleepwalk and end up in the front yard sleeping. But we have instances of children missing. Where's the command post? Where there was never a command post. Bring in that big vehicle, search and rescue, set up those tents, put out, give out the Kool-Aid. There was no real police presence there. I don't know. Did they? They didn't look for her like they're looking for Brian Laundrie.
So they did search for her from the 13th until the 20th. They gave 7 days of search parties. The locals, there is biological family and locals who have still continued to go out searching for her.
Sure. And we talk about the police, though, how they like to bring in their big motorhome police investigation.
Yeah, there has never been an intensive FBI search. We don't see like you said, Brian Laundrie, you don't see that type of search effort going on. You don't.
Can I get one box of items taken out of the home as evidence? One thing, computer. Have they seized? Have you heard of them seizing anything from them as potential evidence? Communications, location devices, texts, anything.
Okay, I just got sent some more photos. Let me get them saved and pulled up for you guys. It is the same individual with a bag of marijuana, money on the table. Me just one second, because again, I want to protect these people's identities that are coming forward sending me this information. I have no interest in outing you. I only want Ariel found. So if you have something that you need to share, that you want to share, please feel free to come on here anonymously or to send me messages anonymously. Everything that you send me gets sent to family and sent to police. I don't want to necessarily be a tip line, but if you feel more comfortable coming out to somebody, I'm here. Like, let's go. Send me this information. Send the police this information. Send the family this information. We need to get this baby girl found.
Yes, lots of money.
I guess I guess they don't like being rattled. I guess they're really worried about something. Exactly, Michael. Like I said, I'm getting messages from Tasha as we speak. You know, she's blowing up my phone. She wants me to stop talking about her boyfriend. She wants me to stop talking about the different things going on. I'm not going to stop. So if
Got
you're
it.
waiting for me to stop, it's not going to happen. I am only sharing information that has been given to me. I am not saying that I know without a doubt 100% that these things are facts. This is speculations, theories, and my opinions. They are not being presented as facts. This is just things that are being sent to me. I cannot confirm whether they are true or not, but I want this information that's being sent in out there.
Clear. Yes, we're live here, CPS News Network. Thank you for caring for the children. Agree, the devil and his army in human disguise. Really horrible movie. Oh my Lord, what's going on? Yeah, we just want this to emphasize. It just says so much, and how all the red flags are there. That we need to find her, because she could still be alive, and we need to treat it like that. No matter, it's hard to say, she's not alive, but there's a chance that she is.
Yeah, there is a real chance that she is out there somewhere and somebody knows exactly where she is. She could have been taken out of the home that evening by the men that were on the property. Guess what? The police know exactly who you are. They know exactly what happened that evening. You need to come forward. You need to say where she is. They've known since day one. The footage was given to them day one. They're looking
and we're
into
dealing
it.
with
They will find you. They have to wait on GPS data to come back from cell phones. We know that takes sometimes 60 to 90 days, but they will find you.
Yeah, just dealing with some there's some hardcoreness involved there, and when you're dealing with that type of level of hardcore, I mean, so hardcore that they exploit themselves on the internet. Those are the highest level. I mean, I don't know where that it appeared there was somebody, a family member, holding a gun. Is that what that was? Appeared? Okay, so at the same time,
that's exactly what that was. It was one of the uncles, the adoptive uncles, holding a gun on his profile picture on Facebook.
I mean,
you're going to tell me that they're not hood, that they're not gangster, that they're not involved in drugs, they're not involved in that type of stuff. They're innocent people, while I'm getting ready to pull up a picture of them holding a bag of weed with money on the table, as soon as I edit it to make sure this person's identity is not showing.
Clear. Yes. So yeah, I mean those. I mean, you don't get no higher level than that. They're just not even cognitive of who they are and what they're doing. They're under the freaking influence of some powerful something, and usually it's some type of drug that they don't think straight. Nobody in their right mind posts that stuff. Period. In any way, we don't see it very often. Once in a while, but not. I mean, it's very rare that style, that somebody would put their lifestyle out there like that and be involved in whatever, money bragging, gun bragging, and having all the facial markings to go along with it, the tattoos that go right along with the lifestyle. So yeah, thank you for sharing, says Tanita. Thank you for working with us, Sleuth Mom. It's been a pleasure. We're going to sign out. We got 42 viewers over here. I'm not sure what you have there, but it's been great, and it just shows the power of networking and people that care, and we're keeping the candle going here, and how emotionally this case hits us. There's cases that hit us like this all the time, and it's people like us to keep lighting the candle. Never let the candle go out. There's hope. Tracy says, I believe she's still alive. My gut says so. and let's pray. Let's hope. Let's hope for that, and let's hope that 20,000. Let's hope that $100,000 reward brings her out, gets her released somewhere, and something happens here. That's what we wish for. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for coming on with me. I really appreciate it. It definitely makes it easier to talk about these cases whenever you have somebody to kind of go back and forth with instead of just talking to myself the whole time. I appreciate your expertise on this issue with CPS and everything else. It's not something, like I said, I have dug into in the past. Up until I was on your show, I really didn't know how bad exactly our system is. But these are people that should have never, ever had custody of this children.
Yes, we've had the grandmother. I've had her crying with me for like 15 minutes straight about her granddaughter, and so yeah, it's been very touching. It's impactful in our lives, and we are the candle lighters, flamethrowers. We're going to keep the candles lit as for everyone. So that's what we do. CPSNewsNetwork.com. Go to the website. We have 500, 700 predators and victims all profiled there, and just profiling the war that's going on, and nobody's doing their job. Whether they're doing their job actually of child trafficking and placing them in danger.
Yeah, I was going to say they're meeting their quotas. They're making their money. There should never be quotas on how many children you can remove and place into other homes. There shouldn't be a quota on that. It should happen if it's needed because the children are in danger in their own family, but they should go to biological family first. If the biological family cannot take care of them or also involved in the situations, then I could understand finding a different home for them. However, that's not what's going on. They're taking these children out of their homes. They're not giving biological family the chance to step up. They're not making wise decisions on where they're putting them. They're putting them in these homes with these drug users, people with drug history in their past, people with assault charges in their past. How was this adoption even approved? It's insane to me how they did not follow the proper steps and how they let this go through the way that they did.
Yes, yeah, the Kids for Cash, huge amounts of money. Let's get that GoFundMe. That it'll start with 10,000. I have a very strong feeling we can get it up to 50,000 in less than 30 days. 4 weeks, we can go from 10,000 to a $50,000 reward to cough her up. Where is she? Tell us what happened, and that's what we need, because nothing's moving right now, and there's a lot of heads and a lot of talkers, but nothing's moving their lips. They could be in fear themselves because of the the network, the family, the bloodline, whatever they may be involved in. But clearly, one of them is bragging about his lifestyle. He lives in a claimed got it. Yes, the incentives, the motivation, what makes the whole thing tick. And again, we have Bill Clinton on his deathbed. He started it all. Take the money off their head. He signed the legislation. He signed the largest child trafficking legislation in the world history. He's responsible for millions of rapes and molestations and druggings of kidnaps of millions of children over the last 20 years. There's, of all the incidences of abuse and torture and separation and isolation and alienation, not only to the children, but to the family members, all the way up the chain of command, aunts, uncles. It cripples, it decimates. There's no greater way to decimate a family than to take the kids, and you don't know where they are. And it's worse than a death. A death, there's closure. These people are going through 20-year life sentences, and maybe they may never see their relatives after that. Or if they do, they're broken kids. They're into drugs, bad relationships, and they've been abused, and they don't live to past 30, 35 years old. That's what we see. Let's see here. I'm going to try to put some in the comments.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get these new images up here. I had to edit them to make sure that I don't reveal the person who is sending me them. I don't want to put anybody in danger. I don't want to, put anybody in a situation that they feel uncomfortable. Anytime that you guys send me stuff, I will make sure that it stays private as far as your name going out. I do, however, I will send it to police. I do send it to family. I do send it to police because this is about finding a little girl. This is not about, going live on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing that to put pressure on this family. I want the true crime people in here. I want the whole world to see this case. I want the world to see Ariel's face. I want this information out there to put pressure on these people so that people want to come forward. They want to say what happened to her. Somebody knows. And
If we could,
go ahead.
oh, just if we could have IDs of anyone involved, social workers that investigated adoption, people that doctors that said that there's no foul play here. Yeah, she had a squashed hand and they didn't report it properly, and then 4 months later she has a broken leg, and yeah, there's no abuse there. They should have all been taken at that point. Don't know if they were or not, but that anybody, the doctors, if any prescription, social workers, faces, pictures, uh, a police chief, people that aren't doing their job, the judges that made these rulings it's just a party to the case. And the what's happened here is on their hands. Anytime you're a judge, you're placing them 10 times worse. And you ask the CPS, did you find any relatives? Yes or no? Or did he ask that? There has to be family research. And we heard that the grandmother wasn't checked to be a qualified. One relative had a drug charge from a long time ago, and she was disqualified when she had them at one time. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. So a relative was taking care of them for a period of time, and then they were snatched from her.
Yeah, they said
Correct.
that they didn't want her to get too stressed out because her significant other was in a motorcycle accident, and they deemed that she was no longer able to take care of the children because they didn't want her getting too stressed out. Whenever you're taking care of your own children, or your own family, that's not, I mean, it's not stressful. Those are your babies. You care about them, you love them. They didn't even give her a chance to prove that she was capable, and they never gave the biological father's family a chance. They only looked at the mother's side of the family, and then from there placed them with the Kaluas. The father's side of the family never even got a shot. A lot of them are professionals. A lot of them have a history that would be completely clear that they could have went to that side of the family with no issues whatsoever.
Yes, one of the bio grandmothers that cried
So
with us
someone
on the
is
phone.
saying that weed is legal as long as you have a medical marijuana card. Okay, that's great. Weed is legal, but why does he have stacks of cash that he's taking pictures of constantly?
Sure. Yeah. So, he clearly wants to brag and show off. So, that is what it is. So he shouldn't have
Yeah,
any
they can
problem with
threaten us
these.
all they want and tell us to keep our mouths shut, but they don't scare us. We're Ariel's army and we are bringing her home.
Yeah, clear.
You
We're going to
think
bring light.
this is going to wait, but it's not going to. We're going to fight for Ariel. We're going to put it out every day if we have to. That's exactly right. I don't need the family to come on with me. I will sit here and talk and rant and rave all that I have to in order to put this out there. People are starting to get scared. They're starting to get worried about getting heat put on them. I'm not going to get intimidated. You can sit here and message me over and over and over again. I don't care. I don't care. This is a 6-year-old girl. She needs found. She needs her face put out there, and I'm not going to stop putting this information out there.
$50,000, concerned about the siblings, $50,000 reward. We're hoping it's going to start out with 10. We're expecting that to come through. Do you have any kind of day that could come out? And what exactly were they giving the $10,000 to? Crime Stoppers to present
Yes,
it
Crime
as a
Stoppers is
reward?
operating the tip line for them. The check was already sent in. We're waiting for the check to clear. Basically, from what I understand, it could take 2 to 3 days after they turned it in. They donated the money on Thursday was officially whenever the amount was approved by Crime Stoppers. They're just waiting for it to clear so that they can put it on and put the new flyers out, we're hoping.
Clear. Yes,
I'm
and
just checking these messages that just came in again. Listen, this is amazing. I'm live. There's 45 people watching consistently. We've been up to 58 on my stream tonight, which is amazing. We need this story to go out there. Please subscribe. Please share this video. Get her name out there. The more that the YouTube algorithms pick up on interactions on this video, the more that it will pop up on people's news feeds. And that's what we want. We want people outside of the Facebook group to see this information so that they can come in and help us fight for justice for Ariel. So please keep sharing. Please keep this going. It's amazing, though. Not only do we have all these people watching, but I have 5 different individuals messaging me information the entire time this live stream has been going on. It's not the same person. There's 5 different people who are trying to put this information out here.
yes, wanting to remind anyone out there that they can make a video reel of everything they have on this child, upload it to YouTube, send the links to us. We put it on a reel, and we can play it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, a live feed about her case, and just go over like 5-7 videos of the same thing all day long. So that's where the power is in long-term, never keeping the actual case alive, being broadcast in a live form for hours. 8 hours. We have live feeds up to 8 hours. So any kind of YouTube video, send us a link, we'll play it. And that's really important to remember. Pictures, activity, put them all together. And that's what we've done here. But if you could put them together, even a picture reel, you take all of our pictures, make something beautiful in a song, and then we put a script beneath it as to what's happening. But marketing, and keeping the heat on. But yeah, we're really excited about the reward. That appears is our only bastion of hope. Because
and I've heard that there are multiple other businesses that are wanting to donate to this reward. So it is going to get larger. Like I said, it's just a matter of getting the funds in there and making sure that they clear Crime Stoppers Bank, basically. But they have been turned in. They have to do like certified checks or whatever to be sent in. We found out the whole process to donating. So it's just a matter of getting this reward money listed on their website so that we can print out the new flyers and get it going. But from what I understand, like I said, there's several businesses that have come out and said that they're also going to be donating to this. So hopefully we can get it large, get people interested in cashing in on information to find where she is. Whenever you are able to tell us exactly what happened, you could be rich. Cash in and get this money by telling where she's at.
Be the first one when the drawbridge, when the gate says go, you go. Get it. It's worth it, and it's going to be such a burden removed from the family to know to have closure as to is she with us, or or at least share their respects in some way, and because there's just such an open wound here on the family.
Thank you so much again for coming on with me tonight, CPS
Pleasure.
News.
Thank
I really appreciate it.
Awesome. We had fun. Sign out.
Yeah. Have a good night.
10-4. Good night.
So if anyone else wants to jump in, I can share the link again and let you guys come up if you would like. If not, I am going to close down the live. Let's see if anybody else wants to come up. Again, it's just important to continue to share her face, continue to get this story out there. We want to push to make sure that she goes big. We want the true crime people to come in. I know that you guys are a little bit worried about having people off the island being exposed to what's going on. However, we need the big mainland to come in. We need all these people to keep putting pressure on this family, keep putting pressure on police, keep putting pressure on the system so that we can get her found. It's illegal to smoke marijuana in Hawaii, only for recreation use. somebody just said. Now we're hearing that it's okay with prescription if you have a medical marijuana card. I don't know if he does have a medical marijuana card. I'm not entirely sure, but again, the things that he was picturing did not look like he was using it for medicinal purposes. You don't post pictures of large bags of weed with stacks of cash. You don't post pictures of shoving money in your face, and have it be because you got a medical marijuana card. It just doesn't seem normal. Who knows though? I'm not from Hawaii. I don't know exactly how you guys operate. I just know that everything going on so far, it's been disturbing. The different things that are coming out about this family and the case. We want her found. We want to know where she is. And if anybody knows where she is, again, I ask you, please call the tip line. Please call Crime Stoppers. Call one of the aunts. Call whoever. I don't think you can get a gun permit if you have a medical ID card. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what the laws are in Hawaii about that. I can look it up for later. I can even Google it right now, actually. But the important thing to remember is, she's missing. Whether they're doing drugs or not, the drugs are not my issue necessarily, besides the fact to prove that these are not some, straight up honest people that we're looking at. These are not this family that's trying to be painted in a picture that makes them look so innocent. If you sell the stuff you get from having a medical ID card, you can get in big trouble. And again, somebody's saying that, he has an honest job. He has an honest family. We remember that in the chat up above. Somebody did come out in his defense, and I appreciate that. If you're friends with him, I understand. I'm not trying to say that he 100% is involved in this. I don't personally know. I'm just raising up questions about the things that are going on in this life. We're hearing now that he lives in Section 8 housing. If he lives in Section 8 housing, where is he getting these large stacks of cash from if he is qualifying for Section 8 housing? So it's all just questions that we have, and about the men who were outside of the Kalua's house around the time that the door alarm is said to have gone off. There was 3 men outside. Police know who those 3 men are. This is a completely different video than the video that was shown across town. However, the video across town may have been the same men, and they could actually be related to this case. So it just raises questions as to who was going in and out of that house around 1 a.m. Did they take Ariel out of the house? Did they maybe put her over the side fence so that nobody would see her walk out and then walk out of the front of the yard? That's a question that I have now. Were they taking her in and out of that house on a regular basis? Could they have been trafficking her? Or did they take her out of that house that night to traffic her and something went wrong and they decided to get rid of her? We've seen in the Facebook group that somebody said a text message was released, that a detective revealed that there was a text message saying, "Bring her out now." What were they talking about? It's just a whole bunch of red flags, a bunch of different things, and it all needs addressed. The whole situation needs addressed. The people who know need to come forward. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head to bed. I am 6 hours ahead of you, so it's almost 12:30 here. I want everybody to take care. I'm going to go ahead and say a prayer before we close off, just to continue to keep God in this and put his hedge of protection over her. If she is still alive somewhere, she's going to need God to hold her tight and to comfort her with the situations that she may be in. Dear Lord, please continue to watch over Ariel. Put your arms around her, Lord, and comfort her. Be with her, Lord. Show the detectives a light to show where she may be. Help watch over this family, Lord. Protect them from the things that everyone is afraid of. Protect them and comfort them, Lord, through the situations that they're in. They just want to know where their baby is. They just want to know what's going on. And please weigh on the hearts of someone and let them come forward. Let them say exactly what happened, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Was it really confirmed by HPD that there was a text message like that? Because I asked the person who commented that and she didn't confirm. I don't know. I'm just on here talking about the different claims that were made in the group today. That's all I'm doing. I cannot confirm factually with any of this information. I'm just putting out the information that I was given. I've said that a couple different times. That was my disclaimer in the very beginning of this video. I do not know 100% that any of this is factual. I just am putting out the information that I have been given, that I have been sent throughout all of this. You know, like I said, whenever I was reading those messages back and forth in the stream earlier today, my brain was exploding seeing, you know, these claims that there may have been a text message, but then a joy came over my heart because if this is all true, could she be alive out there? I've been operating under the assumption that, you know, she was probably no longer with us. And I have a new hope now that, you know, she could actually be alive out there. We could actually find her and someone may actually know exactly where she is. So God bless you guys. Stay safe. You know, keep putting information out there. Keep turning stuff into police. They need tips. They need to know where to go. If you think you've seen something, say something. If you think you know what's going on, please come forward. Please turn everything into police. Let the family know. Let the aunts know. Let the grandparents know. Tell everyone because we need this information out there. Have a good night, everyone.